Hey Busy Fit fam, this is Stephen Anderson and I'm your Busy Fit coach. Welcome to week 12, day 7 of your Busy Fit 2.0 Healthy Habits Coaching, and I am so glad that you're here. Walk in your grace. If you take a look around, you'll see that there are streets that you get to drive on that you didn't have to pave. There's a phone that you get to talk on that you didn't have to build. There's a sacrifice that Jesus made on the cross for you that you benefit from and you weren't even alive. My point is that God has all of these things, all of these happenings, all of this grace, all of this provision there for you to take advantage of, to accomplish the things that He has set for you to accomplish your health, to be able to have stronger relationships, to be able to fulfill that thing that only you can do. Take advantage of it, walk in it, embrace it. Realize that the things that God has put here for you, they're there and they've always been there. It's easy to somewhat, think about the things that aren't going the way we want them to go, but really focus in and think about all of the options you have that have been put in place, the provisions that have been made because they are there to help you keep moving forward. Now today I have only 2 can I haves when it comes to beverages, and this is going to wrap up what we're talking about on this series on beverages. And these 2 are 2 that people tend to have a tough time eliminating. And in this case, for the most part, they do need to be eliminated, so I'll warn you that up front. And the first one is, can I have protein shakes? Now, protein shakes are an easy way to get your protein numbers up. And for some people, once you get off of the Whole30, that will be a good option for you in a pinch. But Whole30 is really going to be more about eating your food more than drinking your food. So that in itself is a little bit problematic, and I'll explain that actually when we go into the next one. But the main problem with the protein powders are that the whey or casein or beef or pea or rice, all of these are really not Whole30 compliant from an ingredient standpoint as well. Now you may be able to find some, and if you do, then that's awesome. I haven't been able to find any that have been Whole30 compliant. So I'm going to say to the answer for this one is, can I have protein shakes? The answer for the most part, well, let's just put it this way. The answer is going to be no for the Whole30. Remember, you can have them as an option afterwards once you understand what the effects are from the ingredients in the protein shake. Now, the second can I have is, can I have smoothies? Now, this one is a bit trickier because the ingredients can be Whole30 compliant. And with that being said, you can overdo almost anything. Really, you can overdo anything. If you can overdo water, you can overdo your ingredients on the smoothies. And that's the first watch out. A lot of times we add a lot of fruit to those to help substitute for that sugar kick that we want to have. Now, you can have that in your toolbox for after the Whole30, but during the Whole30, you really want to make sure you're slaying that sugar dragon and not refeeding it with a bunch of pineapples, mangoes, peaches, and bananas, those really sweet fruits that can help satisfy that kick instead of really dealing with it. The second piece here is that you get more value for what we're trying to accomplish by actually chewing your food. So when you drink your food, you skip that process. It's called mastication in your mouth. That chewing is part of the valuable signals that go to your brain and to the rest of your body. So you skip that whenever you decide to drink your food. The other and the last thing I'll point out is that because you skip that, you may have a tendency to overconsume on your calories, especially carbohydrates, sugary calories that come from your fruits. So for the most part, I'm going to say we don't really encourage it. If you have a very vegetable strong smoothie, then there's a stronger case there. You still skip the chewing aspect of it, but it's not quite as bad as the others. Just make sure that if you think you're getting close to the line, I say just avoid it. But if you can go with the all veggies and really just try to get that nutrition in, then it may be a go. But for the most part, let's just say smoothies, be careful. Now we're on to our calls to action. Of course, we are reading our Busy Fit Mindset statements every single day aloud. Faith comes by hearing. I am responsible. I take action. I find a way. I prepare. I am disciplined, and I am consistent. And I do these things because they are just part of who I am. I drink my water first thing in the morning. I make sure I get my activity in, and I make sure that all of my meals are eaten slowly at 80%. And they are going to be comprised of healthy proteins, healthy carbohydrates, including colorful vegetables and fruits, as well as healthy fat sources. We're also thinking about all of the things that it takes for us to know if a food is healthy for us, right? Healthy psychological effect, healthy hormonal effect. Of course, we want to make sure that it supports a healthy gut and supports a healthy immune system. Now, tomorrow, we're going to get out of the beverages. We're going to start talking about some of the other questions that you may have when it comes to your Whole30. And then we're going to go into understanding more about the reintroduction, because we're getting pretty close to that reintroduction. So remember to persist. I will persist until I succeed. I'll never give up. And I'll see you on tomorrow.